Welcome back to Kate and Chris's Kitchen.
Hi, I'm Kate.
And I'm Chrissa. Today we're going to make pizza. And the first ingredient that we need for pizza is yeast, which is a fun guy. Get it?
Remember like fungus, but fun guy?
Fun guy.
Get it?
Fun guy. So we're
It's
going to
fun.
try to have fun today with our pizza. And first ingredient is yeast. If you did any cooking over quarantine, you will have found that yeast was in high demand. I mean, you couldn't find it anywhere. And so people were going to yeast that was fresh in cubes, and there's rapid yeast, there's active dry yeast, there's tons of it. Really, you can interchange them. It's not as scary as people always think it is. Everyone's scared of making breads, but it's easy and foolproof, and we're gonna teach you how to use yeast to make pizza. So first, we're gonna use active dry yeast, and we need 1 packet. As you know, we always do our mise en place, so we're getting all of our ingredients ready on our tray. So here is our package of yeast. I'm gonna keep it in the package.
Hold on. Remember, anytime you're using Chris, yeast. I don't know what's wrong with me, I'm sorry. This is actually the first one we're taping, so we're gonna mess up a lot, so just bear with us. Anytime you have yeast, you have to grab onto it and you have to shake it down so that when you cut the top off, it doesn't all spill out.
Thank you.
Now I'm gonna be measuring the water. Water is a liquid, so you're gonna be using a liquid measuring cup. Remember, our 2 rules for measuring liquids is put it on a hard surface and bend down to eye level. Can you see me over there?
Can I see you?
Can you see me over here?
My daughter's taping us. She is our film editor. Is that what we're gonna call you? Okay, so tell me about the water temperature.
Okay, so the first thing you have to do is you have to make sure that the water temperature, you don't have to measure, so you just turn on your water and you wanna wait till it gets hot. And now it's just got cold. Okay, now it got hot again.
The water at school is awful. At home, hopefully, it's a little bit better.
Okay, so this is gonna be my hard surface, and I need a 1/2 cup, right?
Yes, 1/2 cup.
Okay.
Flat surface,
So-
eye level.
Bend down to eye level. Now I'm gonna put it on a real hard surface. Wait till it stops moving around. Bend down to eye level, and we are good.
If you're at home and your water gets hot, you can use a thermometer and just make sure it's around 110 degrees. Because I know my water at home gets really hot and you can actually kill these fun guys. I love this. I'm gonna say fun guy. I already opened one for you. What are you doing?
Where is it?
It was that one. It's okay, we're gonna cut it twice. Okay.
Okay, so we have to activate our yeast, which means you put the yeast in the water.
What do we need?
We need a whisk or
A whisk? I can get a whisk. How about a fork?
Fork's fine. And you're gonna need to whip that up. It should, you might still have a couple of clumps. Thank you. But you wanna stir it around.
You wanna flip it all over the place.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, that smells yeasty. I wish we had
It will. Okay, so you can't see this, but there's still little yeast particles just floating around. That's completely fine. You won't get it to dissolve. So we're gonna set it aside, and you need this to activate for 5 minutes. So you wanna set your timer for 5 minutes.
Because it's basically dried out and dehydrated, so we're rehydrating and bringing it back to life. So now we're gonna do the flour. And what you do is you have to make sure that you spoon it from the container into the cup. These poor scientists that obviously have no lives, have you seen these research things? They have found that if you just scoop your cup into the canister, that it gets too much flour in your recipes and they don't turn out.
Yeah, it'll be dense
Can you
and
imagine
heavy.
that being your job? I think that'd be sort of fun. Okay, so how much do I need?
1.5 cups. And you're also going to need this thing. Do you remember what it's called? Straight edge spatula.
We should test Zoe and see what you know.
Okay, remember to do a little tap. Oh, you very good. Oh, mess.
I am messy.
Krista just made a mess. Okay.
It's on your side, so.
I don't know what that means.
It's on your side.
Garbage.
That's on Kate's side. Just put it right in the sink. And this is the 1/2 cup, so doing the same thing.
Flour down there.
Yeah, I'll clean it up. It's okay if you make messes, just clean them up.
Clean them up.
Yeah.
Don't leave a mess for your parents.
What is it? A messy kitchen is a happy kitchen. This kitchen's delirious. That's my quote. Okay, so right in there, it's a delirious kitchen. It's
I
nice
wish
to have
you could
someone.
see how much we're laughing under these masks.
I wish that. There we go. I had someone to clean up after me all the time. Kate. Okay.
Okay, next ingredient, we need some salt.
Okay.
Salt, we need 1/2 teaspoon. So you're gonna take your 1/2 teaspoon. Do not add too much. You add too much salt, it is going to be salty. Obviously, it's gonna taste terrible. You're not gonna wanna use it.
Salt also kills yeast. So in some
Interesting.
recipes, they even put it in later, but for this purpose, it's not that big of a deal.
So again, heaping scoop, take your straight edge spatula. Because it's a measuring spoon, you don't have to tap because you'll tap it right out of the measuring spoon. So just do level off away from yourself, add it, and then give it a little tap.
Okay. What's our next
Is
ingredient?
that all?
Oil.
Yep.
Do I need the oil? Or is that just?
No, that's not until
Okay.
our yeast mixture
There
gets
we go.
added, and we have 3 minutes.
Okay.
So we'll be right back.
It looks like it's ready to go, but why don't we
So our
pause?
yeast mixture is ready. Something I forgot to do last time, you want to get a whisk, a fork will work too, and you want to whisk in your salt and your flour, just to make sure it's thoroughly combined.
Okay, and we did need a tablespoon of oil as part of our mise en place. I am going to measure it over this bowl to make sure we don't make a mess. And I like to be exact, as we talked about, so this
Exact is good.
exact. What I said you could be a little bit off at the time, I did not mean off at the measuring. So, okay, there we go. This is the extra. Here we go. Okay, so we
Then
have all the ingredients, we're good.
you're going to give that a little stir, add it in. Should we get a rubber spatula
Sure.
to get every last bit?
And scrape it out. I pulled them for all the recipes. Let's see if that, here's one. Rubber spatula.
Remember, flexible gets all the last little bit. You don't want to ever waste ingredients. Sometimes you're just wasting ingredients, and sometimes you'll actually you'll affect the outcome of your recipe, and you don't want to do that. And then you want to go ahead, add our. Would you want to add our
Add our oil.
add our oil?
Okay. And I will also scrape out all the little bit of oil.
Okay.
Just I'll put that down.
Okay. You're gonna start to mix it around. You can use a rubber spatula, you can use a wooden spoon, but you wanna get it pretty well mixed. And then it should kind of look like this. It should be gross. It shouldn't look anything like pizza dough.
Shaggy. We call it shaggy.
Okay, shaggy, that's a good word for it. But it shouldn't be soupy. If it's soupy, you have made a mistake. If it is really, really dry and floury, you have made a mistake. So it could look, what's the word?
Shaggy.
Why shaggy?
Like it's like little like a shaggy dog. Like see how it's like shaggy.
It should look like a dog, apparently. So
I didn't make this up, just so you know.
That's
Like
right.
it's in recipes. But look how fun that is.
yeah, Chris and I don't work together all the time, so we learn something new every day.
There we go. Yeah, shaggy. A shaggy dog. You never heard of a shaggy dog?
Nope, never.
Just a shaggy dog. Okay.
Okay, so now you want to put a little bit of flour. Now,
Little bit.
Little bit. You know what? I'm not even going to use a spoon because you'll use a spoon, and this will be like a white
And we
blanket.
should also teach them how to clean up flour because people like to, yeah, do it wrong.
Okay, so what you'll do? Take, this much, and just give a little sprinkle.
Not a lot. Can you see that? How much it is? And let's put our shaggy dog on there.
Shaggy dog goes
Shaggy
on
dog.
sprinkled flour.
And I would suggest taking all of your dishes as you go and putting them to be washed instead of working in a messy spot. That's one thing at school I know both of us probably emphasize. It is not fun to cook around a mess.
Yeah, plus, it increases the chance that you're going to knock stuff off. So you want to go ahead and knead.
Oh, I love to knead. Okay, I love to knead.
Well,
Kneading's
no,
fun.
this is
Okay,
great.
Perfect. Okay, so there's 3 steps to kneading. I need, also, and my hands are totally clean. I'm gonna
Wash
put some on
20
my hands.
seconds appropriately.
I love the fact that everyone else in the world has finally come up to our sanitation standards, so we now know that you know how to wash your hands. So it's 3 steps. Use the heel of your palm, you push forward, you fold, and you turn. If it's sticky, just get some flour in your hands or on the surface. Push, fold, turn. Push using the palm of your hand, fold, turn. Push, fold, turn.
Now you do this, until,
For a
I
long
like to
time.
call it until your dough is lovely.
I
Now
have to-
some people don't know what
I saw
that means.
And I really should have used the spoon to do that, so I'm gonna do that now. So we're not putting our hands in the canister. That was, there we go.
So lovely dough, it's hard to describe. It's just like you touch it and you're like, wow, that's lovely dough. You'll know what I mean when you've reached lovely dough. If it's hard, if it's dense, that's not lovely. If it's gooey and sticky, that's not lovely either. Lovely dough, when you touch it, it should kind of bounce back a little bit.
They talked to like it being like a bowling ball where you put like, and then if it stays, it's pretty good.
No, I think it's pretty good.
Mhm.
It only took, if you
No.
measure correctly, accurately, then it shouldn't take very long.
And then slowly those 3 steps go together into a nice, can you see that? We'll have you give it its lovely dough test.
Okay.
So I do shaggy, then we go lovely.
Mm-hmm.
We're good. I think we should go to the Food Network. Right? You're gonna see us on live TV in a couple of years.
Just wait.
Just wait. Could be a pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You wanna do your lovely dough?
Okay, because I'm very
Check.
critical. And I don't lie. If you know one thing
Okay.
about me, I hate lying, so I won't lie. That, ooh.
Is that lovely?
That is crazy lovely.
Aw.
Okay,
I'm
now.
very flattered. Do it another bowl, clean bowl.
No, we can use a
Okay.
dirty bowl. No need to dirty another bowl. Just get your dirty bowl, and we're gonna need, what, half teaspoon?
It's at a half teaspoon.
Half
but-
teaspoon?
And we'll be exact so that, because
Because
I've had
that's the
kids
way
pour
to be-
like tons of stuff in there.
Oh, that's 1 teaspoon. Always double check your measurements. Falling off my face.
That's why you measure over a bowl.
You're gonna dump it in. Gonna take your freakishly lovely dough,
Lovely dough.
and then you're gonna roll it around. You just want to coat the outside of it so it doesn't dry out.
Let's
'Cause
get that crust. That's the worst. Like that
Mm,
crusty,
mhm,
yeah.
mhm. And you want to make sure you cover it. We need saran wrap.
So-
This will, you can either let this rise for 2 hours at like room temperature, 2.5 hours, or you can let it rise overnight. If you want it to rise overnight, you want to cover it. Make sure you cover it very well, because if it flaps up in the middle of the night, that part will get very hard and gross. So make sure you cover it and then stick it in the fridge. So
We're back.